First on the agenda, I guess, is public comment. Seeing none, we will now open the show cause hearings at 2:02 PM. My fellow board members here, we had some discussions previously in the office about, we're going to hear all of these properties, whether they're in the audience or just an update from the office. And we're trying to figure out here what's the end goal of these 19 properties. And we had discussed, and I'd like to hear, and come to some sort of conclusion with you guys before we hear individuals of what's the cutoff date. Is then there a fee schedule or a fine schedule moving forward? A lot of people are sort of in process and waiting for the summer to be over. So maybe we start digging holes in October, you're done and connected by the end of November. Gives you 2 months outside the summer season to have this completed with something of that. And then any sort of fines could start December on. Is that, without having to come through 16 more show cause hearings to give these, minuscule updates of each property. They've been staggered for the last year of these updates, but now we're got the last 19 here.
Agreed, Mr. Chairman. The point of the exercise is to get compliance and get connections.
Yeah.
And I think the point of today's hearing is to catch up with those who have not caught up with us for a little while, understand where certain projects are indeed, and if we get neither of those from a particular property owner at this meeting, then we consider the next steps to encourage
Yeah.
said activity.
I guess my point is I don't want to give a 2-week deferral to one property and then a month deferral to another property. No, it's just here's the date, all 19, this is it, done. Thank you.
And for those who have not been in touch at all, I'm not sure there's a lot of forbearance to be given.
It's been all the time. Okay, so with that, John, you seem happy
Yeah.
with it without,
I think it's, yeah, I mean, unless there's some that are like vacant that we didn't know about or whatever, like there might be some outliers, but I understand the need to not do this every other week.
yeah, we're trying to get done with phase 1 because phase 2 is starting, and let's deal with phase 2 coming on 3. So we'll go down the list. Let's see what we get. So 14 Brewster Cross Road. Any online or update?
So, the health department was contacted by Norjo Incorporated, that they are contracted by the property owners at 14 and 18 Brewster Cross. They do have a signed contract, and they anticipate, having a full application in by August 1st, and the projects to be completed within 60 days of that permit approval.
That'd be good. That's right, and is that where you got the timeline from?
Do you guys have, I don't know if you have this sheet, there's a few that are in that phase where you go, great, you'll get it in by the fall. Don't keep coming after that, all right? So that's where
Yeah,
I would propose all 19 of these have until November 30th to be connected and flowing, and that's it.
Connected, they might not have anything going down. November 30th.
Connected to sewer, disconnected from septic.
I am being pedantic and pontificating.
Great,
I think that's fine. So we would, for 14 and 18, are we just continuing to the first hearing in December?
so we had discussed previously, and again, what I want to make one blanket for all of them is connected by November 30th. Fines start December 1st. Weekly, that's a Tuesday, every Tuesday, you get a fine until you're connected. That's 6 months from now, 5 months, I mean, it's, how much more
You
time?
got a hell of a lot better chance of connecting now than you do when everybody's freaking out for phase 2.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is don't come to our meeting December 1st and say, oh, I'm almost ready. Okay, well, that's what right now is for, right? Like, I think to me, that's the hard drop dead date. We're moving on in the next year to the next phase. These ones should be done. So if that's what we had discussed and proposed, that we talk about open discussion how we do it, but that's just one idea.
And so what I would say then maybe is, if there are outliers, if there are people here with completely different, you know, like I'm tearing down the building and there's not gonna be anything there,
Yeah.
we can pull them out of it, but at the end, do a blanket motion continuing all of these hearings to first week, second week of December, first Thursday of December, with fines starting December 2nd or whatever that Tuesday is. If they're not tied in by November, if there isn't confirmation that they're tied into the Orleans wastewater treatment facility by November 30th.
Right, but if that's the case, typically all of those have had their water meters removed. If there's
No,
substantial change.
I'm saying if there's anything that's gonna be pulled out of that, I'm saying we could do a blanket for everybody, and I'm saying there might be one or two that get pulled out of this. We can do it at the end, we don't have to do it in the matter of 14 or 18.
Right, but I would say come to us in the last meeting of November and give us something
Oh,
we
you're
don't know
saying-
about.
You're saying continue to,
No, not to continue it, but that whatever property might happen, whether it's on this list, we've missed it, come to the health department prior to November 30th.
I don't want that to be an extension.
That's what I'm saying. Come before and say, oh, I just completely changed my plans and I'm tearing the building down. Don't wait and then go, oh, I need another extension.
I don't want that to be interpreted by viewers who are doing nothing at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
As an extension to
Would
November
it be
1.
November 30th, you're connected, December 1st, you're fine. If November 30th, you're not connected, if there's no water meter, you avoid the fine until such time that water meter goes back, and then you have to connect within 30 seconds.
If there's some sort of major renovation, that's your point, someone's gonna knock a building down.
Right.
And you don't know what you're replacing it with, then yeah, the water meter has to come out. I think most of those have happened already. If they haven't, sure, I guess that's,
yeah, I'm just saying, I'm happy to do this at the end, like say one motion for all of these,
yeah,
okay?
okay.
And I'm saying there might be some in here that might not, that we can pull them out if they are individually, someone's here to say something.
Yeah. Okay, so we got an update for the first two. You're right, so you said we don't, no motion now, just right at the end. Fine.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to say, I said it poorly.
Great, okay, then moving on to 8 Cove Road. Anyone here? Great, please come to the table. Hello,
Hello, Barry Parent.
hi there.
You have, all the documents have been submitted, approved. Got one quote from John Martin. John used to do all my construction, probably will either end up with John or Corey Brundage. Eight Cove Road, tight on parking. Now, TD Bank across the street's hired a individual to watch their parking, so consequently, it's getting worse for us as well as Landau and everybody else. I'm somewhat amiss in not getting this done sooner. Trying to get it done in July and August is almost impossible, and trying to keep the business open. We're using basically a half bath there, using very little, if anything. I'll be honest with you, my mind has not really been on this matter. My wife's been ill for the past year and a half, in and out of the hospital, so it has not been my priority. It should be. I'm on a planning board in Wellfleet, so I know that things need to get done in a timely manner. I'm usually on your side of the fence, not this side of the fence, so I apologize for being one of the 19. But we're planning probably sometime September, October, getting it done and completed.
Great, good. Thank you for the update, appreciate that.
Before November 30th is,
We'll have it done as soon as John can get in there, and as I say, he's done all my work for all the years I was in construction, so I'm sure either he or Corey, who I'm quite friendly with, one of those two will get it done.
Great, good, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Oh, that's great. As long as you know the deadline, and we know you're working towards it.
I know it.
That's what we're
You
looking
want me to stay until final, or do you?
No,
Oh,
You heard what we're doing, what we're planning, so,
yeah.
Thank you very
You'll
much.
get a letter in the
Appreciate
mail.
it.
thank you.
thank you.
Keep me posted.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Next address is 14 Main Street. Bring a chair and
Bring a
or
chair.
stand, either way.
I think
Stand
there's a
up.
spare chair or two, so make yourselves
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Hello.
Howdy.
Good afternoon. So I'm Justin Ray's, Ray's Excavating. We were contracted to do it. Greg Hartson's here, the property owner. The November 30th deadline, no problem. We're looking at second week in September. We've just been busy. We're wrapping up a monster commercial project in Harwich that's just taken longer. It also shares the same tap as Snow's. So that's why we're kind of holding off, because I'm sure you guys have seen it's very busy there with the tap house for the summer. If I can wait and that slows down, I would much rather be safe, not worry about somebody contacting my equipment, any of the other issues with all the summer traffic. So second week in September, hopefully we get the normal slowdown as the plan, and then we're hopping right in there. That's just as of now the plan, like I said, because the Snow's parking lot is busy all the time, and I'd like to wait till the second week in September is the plan.
Sure, that's great.
We're not here to make summer more difficult.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
yeah, perfect.
41 Main Street. Anyone here for 41 Main Street? No one here, moving on. Oh, geez, Todd, I'm sorry. Moving on.
So I actually have 3 notices. So Todd there, and we're talking about 41 Main Street, Orleans. So I have had some conversation with John, did some email back and forth about, I don't know, a couple months ago, when the notice first came out. And 41 Main Street is, we actually have a water and sewer board meeting, I think it's like August 14th or something, because that building, that 41 is technically, the building we're talking about, 37 to 41, which is 3 units, it's a ranch, that building's gonna come down. So we're waiting for the summer, we're going to, as I said, water and sewer in about 3 weeks to try and really start the permitting process.
Is that for adding seats with them or whatever, like changing the flow?
Yeah, we're gonna use the new town zoning for that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna hopefully, increase the flow. We're still kind of in design, on that, so, that's a work in progress. John, remember, we had some communication, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was informal site plan, I think you were already through.
Yeah, yes, it's kind of complicated. There's a couple projects located around 41, but this particular Board of Health notice is for that ranch building, which is scheduled to come down. It's not scheduled like we have a date, but it's coming.
Yeah.
This might be one of those outliers that,
Right, if it's
there's something
taken
more
down,
formal going ahead that,
Yeah, it's kind of like Friends. I would just, like, there's a lot going on.
yeah. Right.
So it is the building in use?
Yes,
Right now.
And you're anticipating it will stay in use until what time?
everybody's short-term there. They're waiting for me to say when the project's a go, and then we gotta find, homes for them. So they know.
Could they be done by November 30th?
There's, I would say there's 0 chance. It's
No,
just.
no, no, not done. I mean, could the,
Oh, the permitting?
like, could you,
Maybe.
could the tenants be done by November 30th? Because you're gonna be,
I would say one of them, 2 of them, yes, one of them probably the end of the year.
because that's the other, if you turn off the water,
Yeah, if
we're
you
not
do.
worried about it.
I probably wouldn't, promise to turn off the water and say everybody would be out, because, again, finding new homes for some of these tenants, I've actually done them a favor and let them have a place to live for the summer. Some of them like it, they'd probably like to stay longer, but, You know, I've told them it's all short-term and we have to comply with stuff and we're gonna go for permitting and, you know, rebuilding, so they know it's short-term for them.
Is there housing involved?
No,
Okay.
it's all commercial.
So it's larger commercial, more dense commercial, and it's a big project. This is different than
Totally different.
we forgot to do stuff.
Yes.
In 41, like you said, that encompasses 5 addresses, so
That's correct.
one, 2/5 of that property is connected, Black. The other one falls into this
Interesting.
redevelopment or something.
Is there, do you want to continue this to the same meeting to show that they've moved forward with Water and Sewer Commission? Like, we can't control what they're gonna do with flow and.
Yeah, we can't control the permitting process and the delays for public hearings for stuff, so,
Yeah, this is a different, I don't know how,
I think you deferred last year's meeting, if I'm not mistaken, you deferred for a year? Is that kind of what happened? But in any case, you know, permitting and design work is, you know, slow-moving, slower than I'd like. But I would think, you know, in 6 months, we'd have some sort of idea of what's gonna be the end result for that location.
So could we do,
yeah.
before the March meetings, we're gonna be having the same problem in phase 2, so.
yeah, I mean, I don't see any of these coming back to meetings. Because it's either, it's done by November 30th or not, so yours would be the only one to give a date to say,
Yeah, but Mr. Chairman, we're making November 30th a very bright line.
yes,
So I think just to try and keep the herd together a little bit, if we could be provided a written update where that project is and when your ability to turn off the water will occur. I don't think we need you to appear again, but we would very much like an update because it is going to be a non-connected property, and I think it's incumbent upon us to be up to date
That's November 30th.
November 30. So just
I can definitely give you an update by then.
some sort of definitive note of what progress is made, and that can be submitted written or electronically to the health agent, just so she can convey it to this body.
I think the fact that you're actively working towards it and they're short-term leases, it's not like they're leased through 2027 that you have to deal with. I mean, I see that you're doing what we're looking at, we're looking for, you're in that direction, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I mean, what's the purpose of the new zoning?
Yeah.
We don't wanna, that's not what we're here to get in the way of.
So at a motion at the end, it would be all but, or so far.
I
all
have
these addresses, but-
I have As and Bs so far.
Great.
And while we have Mr. Thayer here, does he have other properties he'd like to discuss with us?
I have 2 more notices in front of me. One of them's for Coral LLC, which is,
140.
140 Route 6A.
that's correct, and that's the old Ted Garage building.
Okay.
So
There's no water meter.
there's no water use in there. You know, nothing's going on. Again, that's a redevelopment site.
Perfect.
Great,
Nailed it.
done. Excellent.
Well,
If there is a development or there is a change, can you update John on when you're gonna tie in?
The key factor there is that the water meter's out.
Yes.
Yeah, once you're ready, I think you'd have to double check the time. I think it was 60 days. You have to connect,
Once the building's completed.
which should be one and the same, really.
Yeah, I would dig up the ground before I.
Build everything.
Pave it and then dig it up and.
All right, that's 2 of them. What else is, what
The
else?
other one is Blue Bubbles LLC.
That is 116 Route 6A.
So that is currently just a green storage shed. That's the old Noni's property.
Oh.
And again, that's a redevelopment site. However, there is a water meter on that site, and that water meter services the irrigation for the art cottages and for the farmer's market.
But no septic flow.
Is there a septic?
No septic.
Okay.
just a little storage building.
That's unique too.
C.
We get A, B, and C. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Yeah, well, and I think with those two, and we'll continue on, but I would be inclined to, on those two, move that there being no sewer flow, that they be given an indefinite extension until such time as flow is proposed.
Seems I kind of agree with that statement, because it could be years on these two. But
And-
all these are the, part of the master plan, which
Yeah.
could happen
You know,
in my lifetime.
And something that that you're taking on and is still active now, like 41, we need to track that. The other two, I think we can let go.
Yes, unless one with the yard hydrant you're building on and has a bathroom and flows, then you'd have to connect at that point.
The
If it's
key
just
is,
a yard hydrant for irrigation, I can't see any reason to have them.
I don't view that as flow.
Yeah. I know that we were gonna make a motion at the end. Do we wanna, just in that one motion, cite these two properties, or do you want us to, should we have a separate motion? for these two?
I think we can create a category and as examples.
Okay, sounds good. All right, anything else, Todd?
That's it.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, everybody.
Good to see you.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yeah.
Usual.
Okay, our next address is 5 North Cottage Street.
So 5 North Cottage Street, I don't believe anyone's coming for that today. Nate Norge,
Graywater suitcase.
Yep.
this is the gray water suitcase. Nate Norjo had reached out. They're waiting for the delivery of a E1 grinder pump to begin installation, and he anticipates that, to complete that project before Labor Day of this year.
Great.
So they
Perfect.
just don't have all the parts.
Great, great. 89 Old Colony Way.
Okay, so
This was
So.
Broad, right?
Yep, this is the old Abroad building. John's been in communication with them. It sounds like they had a loan application with someone and they're about to get it approved, at which point they can get onto John Martin's schedule. And the contractor did confirm that
Great.
they're on their schedule.
Excellent, progress. 24 Old Totes, another sort of interesting one.
So I don't believe anyone's gonna be here for 24 Old Tote. We actually had the certified letter returned to us, so they didn't receive it. This property is unique. It did have a 10-year deferral for it and, until 2029 due to the age of their septic system. However, in that time frame, the property has sold. So then that, 90 90-day window starts. So it looks like, I went downstairs and talked to the assessor's office. It looks like it sold in November of 2025. So that deferral they had in place is no longer valid.
So the new owner needs to be notified?
We did try to notify them with the address we have on record at the town, but the letter was returned to us.
Okay.
I guess my question would be, does it have an active water service?
I believe it does.
As far as I know, yes. I sent everything over to Sue Brown. She ran through the list and only confirmed those couple of no meter or yard hydrant. Everything else she said was,
Active.
Presuming it has tenants of some sort in it?
I think it was a multifamily.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-family.
I think we've got to just try and contract them again.
Let them know that you have to tie in by November 30th. You're gonna get fined every other week.
Yeah. That. 2 Route 6A.
To Route 6A, do we have anyone online?
There's no one online at all.
We do have confirmation from Robert B. Auer that they're gonna be performing the sewer work. This is the one that we spoke to today, right, John? They think they can get them connected by the end of September, October. They're on the schedule.
Great. Great. 15 Route 6A?
I don't think we have anyone here. 15 Route 6A, we do have, an application in for them, a complete approved application. John spoke to them, earlier this week, and they would like to connect after the fall season. And you spoke to someone named Mike, and they said they can probably get it
I
connected in
spoke to
October.
Phil, Mike is on vacation.
Okay.
So they're looking to do it hopefully this fall. I guess they had some backups when they did the bulkhead over there, so that kind of set their plans of all their schedules a little behind. And with the summer, they didn't want to
Is
deal
this
with
Goose
that.
Helmick?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said that they were looking to do it hopefully by October.
Good.
So if there's any problems with that, then I could let them know, but I think they would fall into that November 30th.
Perfect. 79 Route 6A.
Just need a minute to find them on our spreadsheet. Okay, so 79 Route 6A, I don't know, John, can you speak to this one a bit? Because you've tried everything to,
The company
of them.
that I have the address for, the name, I've tried to contact them, sending them letters and stuff. They're coming back, somebody's signing for them, but when I try to get in touch on the phone with somebody, couldn't find anybody. So I sent the company at their general contact number, email, a message, and it came back that, you know, they're an investment firm, they don't, that's not their thing. They gave me the contact of another company. I tried them. I just haven't heard back anything yet, so.
we don't have anything for this property, so we don't have a title block and we don't have any sort of application.
So when would we like the fines to begin on that one?
I would just keep them the same, December 1st. I'll continue trying to get in touch with somebody to get something, but there's only so much I can trouble.
Okay.
I mean, there-
Perhaps
someone's paying the
an
tax bill
outreach.
there.
an
Yeah, I
outreach
mean-
saying there has been a vote to start fines as of December 1.
Yeah, if I can get in touch with anybody, that's, you know, I'll let them know that you need to connect by the 30th and fine's gonna start. I'll talk with assessing and water and stuff and see if there's any further updated.
Yeah.
Somebody's paying, like you said, somebody's paying a tax bill, somebody's paying bills.
Right.
You know, and I have the addresses that, you know, on the property record cards, so if there's been an update, I'm not aware of it yet.
Okay.
Well, November 30th.
94 Route 6A. Anyone here?
I don't think anyone's going to be here for this one. This individual had had a lot of things going
Oh,
on at
yeah.
home, but has been in contact with our office. They were able to secure Aqua Fund, so they have been in contact with John Martin, who's going to be applying for a application soon. And I think John Martin was pretty certain they could probably have them connected before the end of the year.
I just got a message from Mark today saying they should be applying today or tomorrow. so.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Okay, 168 Route 6A.
One sixty-eight Route 6A, Nate Norjo had been in contact with the health department. We do have a title block for them and we do have a full application in. This is one where they have all of the sewer line installed already, but they haven't been able to actually physically tie in because they have to replumb in the house. So they're still utilizing their septic system. The pipe is in the ground, so once they get the house replumbed, they'll be able to tie in. It's a very unique one.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be more common on the next phases.
Right, so you go out
so-
the back, you're gonna go out the
It goes
front.
out the back, yeah.
Do they have a plumber lined up?
I'm
for
not
that, as you
sure
would
about that. I
everywhere else?
just, when I talked with Nate, that they made the connection to the property, they
I
just
feel like
haven't
they're,
severed
they're
this.
tied in, they're just not.
Yeah, they're,
They're almost tied in. They're
Quasi-tied.
But I mean, now it's out of Nate's hands, he's not the plumber, he's the, you know, so it's like,
well, he still has to finish the abandonment and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
I think to get paid, he's gotta finish his job. So it sounded like that they were working to try and get it done. I don't know the extent of the replumbing in the
There
basement.
was plumbing supply in there at some point, wasn't there? At that building? I mean, I don't know. I'm just, they should be able to get it done in 4 months, right?
Yeah, Nate said he imagines he can get it connected by the end of the summer, so
Great,
they must be further along then.
good, good.
Yeah, I think the major work's done. It's the final plumbing connection and it's the abandonment.
Okay, 177 Route 6A.
So Tim Klink, this is Tim Klink's property. He did reach out to the health department. He is out of town, so he can't be here for today's meeting. This is a property where they're not generating any wastewater because they're very much still in the construction phase of the property.
There's no building there.
There's no building there right now, so. And he is making steps to connect. He's gonna have to apply, with the DOT to cut in, to tie in on that road, so.
He's doing a road opening permit, but
Yeah.
it's state road, so it's not quick.
Oh, because it was the 6-year problem or 5-year problem?
I'm not 100% sure. I just know that I think he wanted to replace the water service too. I don't know if he's moving the sewer stub or not. I just know that he was waiting on a road opening permit and that's, you know,
The water's shut off by November 30th because there's no water.
There's no water.
Right,
It's
so
not
same-
generating wastewater, so.
Same as one of the last ones, there's no water.
It's
not.
I think we just.
Yeah, I
note
think
in
that,
file.
that's kind of a,
C,
I think that's a B.
B.
It's there, we're aware of it, it's not generating any wastewater.
Yeah.
yeah, I believe he said he has no problem connecting, but it's
I-
timing with permitting and stuff.
Such time as they propose generating wastewater, they need to hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 93 Route 6A.
I recuse myself from the discussion, but it's same discussion. It's kind of hard to.
What is 93?
193 Route 6A. This is a property owned by Ryan Weber. He did reach out to our office today to let us know he unfortunately wouldn't be able to attend today's hearing. In the past, this board has issued fines to him and he has paid them. He has contracted Ryder Wilcox to do the necessary sewer construction design, but has not received a plan to move forward with the connection. I did include the very lengthy email for you guys. I don't feel like I need to read the whole thing into the record.
I mean, this was another, he's going to redevelop it, but he doesn't have a plan yet. He didn't want to take the water out, but you're like, so I think the same applies. Either take the water out or
Yeah.
you get fined like everybody else.
It's an easy, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
So Sims, I think that the easy answer is take the water meter out or get fined like everybody else.
Yeah. And you have until November 30th to do that.
Tell us which one you,
Hook it up or pull the water meter or start paying the fines again.
right? Yeah. One of those, yeah. Because that was the answer 6 months or a year ago. Really, nothing's changed. 45 South Orleans Road.
45 South Orleans Road, they have turned in a title. They do have an approved title block. They do have an approved application. We had a note that they have a 10-year deferral. I couldn't find that we have one, but they do have a newer septic system. So if they had applied for a 10-year deferral, they would be good through March of 2028. So I did include a copy of their COC, just so you guys could see that.
It's the same owner as
Mhm.
Route 6.
Yeah, but this also, has this changed hands since this was installed? Because the owner's name on the septic permit is not the owner's name on our list. Right?
Let's see.
Just, I mean, it just says owner's name up here.
I will look up to see if it's changed recently.
What did we say, 45?
It's been the same for the past 5 years, I can't tell you.
sure if it's just a business change, business name change, or,
Well, because it was Beth Bishop until
Right.
not that long ago. Did they upgrade it as part of the purchase? Would be the other question, because that would,
The owner's name is not the name that's on that.
right, but if it was part of the purchase, the owner upgrading it would have been a different.
For the intention of the
Yeah.
transaction.
Yeah,
No, 2020 it sold, and this is a 2018 septic permit. So we already had one of these on Old Tote. Same scenario. Upgrade. Upgrade, sorry, connect.
Well, their system's still within the 10-year. They just have, we don't have a formal deferral. They never filled out a piece of
What we
paperwork.
said for 24 Old Tote Road, they had a formal deferral, but it changed hands.
But it changed hands, but this changed hands
this-
in 2020,
Yep, and this went in 2018, so
but the order didn't go out until 2025. So it didn't change hands.
So this one, 20, Old Tote's different because it changed hands after the order went out? Okay.
Right.
I mean, they're clearly cognizant of it. They're gonna have to tie in, hopefully they just use the same person on 15 Route 6A.
and I believe they were hoping to take advantage of that extra couple of years because of the money they spent on,
The other one.
was it Old County or something, whatever the kayak building is.
The bulkhead down there?
The Goose Hummock's gotta be tied in, so I think he was hoping to take advantage of that extra year or two.
All right, so if he doesn't, so he gets a deferral unlike the other one?
Yeah, he would have to connect by the 2028, whatever that
Okay, so
agreement was, I think.
that might be a whole
Certificate
different.
of compliance was 3/7/18.
That's that's D.
So,
26 letters, 19 properties.
Okay, 3/7/18, so 3/7/28,
Yeah.
great. And then 36 West Road.
36 West, they are connected. I think that's
Okay.
the very last one.
Great, well done.
they're connected as of this week.
That's fantastic.
I got a quick question on that. I don't wanna delay, 89 Old Colony and then 36 West, those are both connected, or?
89 is
Not
not as of yet. They're hoping to do it soon. I guess they were trying to do them concurrently because they're adjacent to each other.
They're right, they're basically, they're the same parking lot, they're the
Yeah.
same, they were the same.
And I think there's a tenant interest coming into that property too, so I
Cool.
think she wants to.
Yeah, no, good for them.
That was the one hinging on financing?
I don't know why 89.
One of them, they had to find the pipe in the parking lot, it was too deep, and, but also weren't they in the process of selling
I
both
think
the
that was the Old
properties?
Colony one,
Yeah,
with multiple problems.
yeah, it was.
That was fast.
It was, so Sims, you were taking notes, we have A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
A seems to be in the majority of
Well,
connected by the November.
I'd like to compare what I have on my paper.
Yep.
So that we don't have an error because my note-taking is not what it could be. 4, as A, which is basically you're good till November 30th, make sure you hook up. I have 14 Brewster Cross, 18 Brewster Cross, 8 Cove, 14 Main Street, 5 Cottage, 89 Old Colony, 2 Route 6A, 15 6A. Am I going too fast, Meredith?
I found a faster way to keep track, so no, keep going.
Okay.
You're good.
94 6A, 168 6A. And those are the only ones that I have an A next to.
Oh, okay.
The 24 Old Tote should also be an A. It changed hands, but it had an order letter.
Yes.
Okay. Most of the ones that I was putting in A are ones that have sort of communicated what's going on and that there's an intent to comply by the November 30 date. I did not hear that in 24 Old Tote.
That's a unique one, but nonetheless, letters have gone out. There's no deferral,
Have we gotten responses?
no response because it's sold.
Yeah, I think their intent is, at that point with them, is they should be in A, because they,
I mean, whoever did the due diligence on their sale should have noticed that the, so is that 10 properties?
I got 11.
including Old Tote.
I have 11.
Okay, 11, I missed one. So that's connected by November 30th, or we're fining December 1st weekly until they're hooked up,
Yes.
or some fine schedule that we all seem to agree with.
Okay, so, Mr. Chairman, you seem to have the motion in your head. I am happy to augment your motion with the list of properties that I have on my paper. Or you can, if you have them to your satisfaction, you can simply.
Apparently I'm missing one, I had 10 counted. Yeah, so I move that the 11 properties that Sims will read have until November 30th to be connected to the municipal sewer system with their septic system abandoned. Failure to do so will result in a weekly fine starting December 1st.
The properties include 14 Brewster Cross Road, 18 Brewster Cross Road, 8 Cove Road, 14 Main Street, 5 North Cottage Street, 89 Old Colony Way, 24 Old Tote Road, 2 Route 6A, 15 Route 6A, 94 Route 6A, 168 Route 6A.
Can I clarify how much you would like the fine to be? Previously, you guys had the fine set at $200.
That's fine with me.
With a fine of $200, I second.
On my motion, John Kanaga, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay, 3-0-0. All right. Section B, Sims, what we got?
So I have 41 Main Street, 116 Route 6A, 140 Route 6A, which I think are all Todd.
Correct.
And so in the matter of those three properties, I would move an indefinite extension as there is no sewer flow. I'm incorrect on that. I'm going to start that motion again. The matter of 41 Main Street, I move an extension until the 30th of November to be reviewed at our last meeting in November relative to the occupancy and progress towards redevelopment.
November 25th.
November 25th is the meeting. So that's an extension to November 30. I would anticipate that we would extend it again. This is principally to get an update on the redevelopment plan.
Second.
So to be clear, one property. 41
One
Main
property,
Yep.
41 Main Street.
So Sims motion, John Kanaga second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
So, 116, in the matter of 116 Route 6A and 140 Route 6A, acknowledging that there is a water meter in one of them, but there is still no sewage flow.
About 177.
and 177, I include that in my list. There being no sewer flow, these properties receive an indefinite extension until such time as a sewer flow is proposed, at which time they will be required to hook up to the sewer system.
Second.
Sims motion, John Kanaga second. All in favor?
Aye.
Which leaves us with 79 Route 6A, 193 Route 6A, and 45 South Orleans Road to take action on.
Wait, say those three again, please.
79 Route 6A, Verizon Building has no response, and despite John's best efforts to get a hold of them. 193, I'll just abstain to allow the vote to happen, with the acknowledgement that I have a conflict. And then 45 is the Beth Bishop's property that's deferred
Yeah.
till 2028.
If I had noticed before, I would have said 79 could go in the A category. I don't, just because they're not answering to me doesn't mean
I agree.
you can't just not answer letters from the town. You're answering the tax bill and water bill.
For the show cause hearing of 79 Route 6A, I move that we treat them as, in the list, the original list of A, where they have until November 30th to hook into the Orleans wastewater treatment system. And if they have not hooked in by November 30th, a fine will be issued on December 1st of $200 and a fine of $200 weekly thereafter.
Second?
Until- sorry,
Sorry, you finished?
Until they're hooked in.
Oh, hooked in, sorry, okay. John's motion and my second, all in favor?
Aye.
So is 93, John, that you're abstaining from, that's also
I'm recusing from the discussion. I'm
You're-
abstaining from the vote.
from the vote, but I mean, I guess that's also part of it. It's either fine, remove water, or hook up.
Which property is 193?
As Ryan Weber's, where before he just said, I'll pay the fine,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to remove the water.
Yeah, I don't see how we can not include that in A.
Yeah,
But thank you for removing it. So you can vote on it.
we removed it so you could vote
We
on all
need-
of them, John.
Yeah, we need to do a
And then
separate vote.
Now
yeah.
Sims and I can
So,
do.
so in the matter of 193 Route 6A, I would move that we include it in category A with such properties as 14 Brewster Cross Road, 18 Brewster Cross Road, and that list, that he hook up by November 30th, remove the water meter, or fines will commence.
Second, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
No?
I'm
Abstains?
abstaining for the purpose of having a valid vote, but I am conflicted for the record. Like, I have to participate.
You have to.
I'm gonna not
Yeah.
participate.
Yes.
Now, by my count, that's 13 in A, 1 in B, 3 in C, 1 D, and then 1 is connected. That is 19 altogether, which is the list that we had.
Yes.
At this time, are you guys happy, satisfied? We're no more weekly show cause hearings with minimal updates. This is it. This is our.
This is it. So I just need clarification. Are you guys going to close the hearing and then the fines will just commence? Or are you continuing this until a meeting into December?
I think we closed the hearing, finally.
I move we close the hearing for the show cause hearings for properties under order to connect to the municipal sewer. We made it-
Second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, it's closed. On November, or sorry, December 1st, we'll have between 1 and 13 fines to give out. Hopefully 0, maybe 0 to 13 fines is the way I should have said it.
The exception was asking for an update on 41 Main Street.
Yep.
And I think that if we need to reopen the conversation, we can, but we know the process has begun, and that we're just tracking to make sure that we are staying advised as to the circumstances.
So I would think we should send a letter to the 13 stating that fines will automatically happen. There's no more come in and plead your case. That's A. B, yes, a letter should go out saying we're looking for the update by November 25th. The 3 with no water, or no meter, or no flow, maybe should have a letter saying if this changes.
Yep, we can do that.
And then, what was D? D has the deferral until March 7th, 2028,
Correct.
and then the one that's already connected is no longer an issue.
Moot point, yes.
Yep. I think those are the letters
Yeah.
Yeah,
to be done, and
we can do that.
we'll back to our regularly scheduled meeting and
Move.
agendas.
Move adjournment.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.